be the case as we're getting into now the pick and ban phase for game number 1 between Unlimited Potential and IG. You can see Azir taken away from Rookie. Nobody wants to see him get that. And Sketch's Callista has also been removed. Ooh.
Gragas.
Cacaw's Gragas.
I actually really like that ban. I feel like anytime Cacao hits, the first time Gragas became big, Cacao pulled it out, it was permabanned away from him. Since then, occasionally he gets his hands on it, but never for long.
Yeah, he actually got it in his set yesterday against Edward Gaming and played remarkably well, but Unlimited Potential, recognizing the strength, decide to continue banning it away despite the fact that IG lost in the long run. There's Rise now taken away from Long, and Unlimited Potential are getting down to their last ban. You've got 2 target picks right away. What's going to be the 3rd ban? What do they leave open?
It could be a mid laner, could be a Victor, is what I would suggest. I think you should focus and prioritize taking away from Rookie. Could be a Thresh to deny that one from Kitties. Or you could even limit out Cacao's jungle pool further. It is going to be the Shen, so taking a priority pick. I feel like IG need to ban Echo here. They cannot let Amy have that champion for free.
Yeah, we'll have to find out. We've got 25 seconds for that last one. As you mentioned, the Shen banned away for Zatai, so it seems like that tanky frontline from IG is taking a bit of a hit. Yeah, there's the Echo ban for Amy. And now we're going to see what's left open for Unlimited Potential. You've still got Jace, you've still got the Runeglaive Ezreal. Some really strong picks are still on the board.
Punish played that fantastic yesterday. Likewise, Victor is still available. I feel like you need to prioritize Punish champion pool.
Yeah, we'll find out what they decide to go for with that first pick, as they do have a bit of a time. Interesting that they would look to the Rek'Sai first.
Okay, this makes sense. I think that Cacao will go to Nidalee. It's going to be my guess.
Okay. And why is Amy such a strong first pick, Rek'Sai for Amy?
The jungle pool has already been limited with Echo and Gragas, and you don't want to put Amy on Sejuani or Nunu because he doesn't thrive on the Cinderhulk junglers.
Okay.
So it's about prioritizing the fact that he has a limited champion pool. You don't want to
let that end up hurting you.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Is there a chance that we could see him go for the Warrior enchant on Rek'Sai?
Curious. I actually think that he'll stick with the Cinderhulk, but it does fit in his playstyle to look for more carry-oriented. Cacao looking to counterpick himself. Yeah,
covering the Evelynn into the Rek'Sai pick. A little bit interesting right there. We'll see if he decides to lock it in, as a last-second swap for Zatai is going to find, Corki for Kid or Rookie.
So Cacao looks for the Evelynn. Now, we are on the Runeglaive patch, so there is different itemization choices for Eve. As far as the jungle is concerned. The reason why I call it a counter pick is because the Trimmer sense, if Rek'Sai is in her burrowed form, she can see Evelynn as she approaches.
Yeah, we'll have to find out if that is going to be the case, or if Cacao will utilize that creative pathing that we have come to pretty much expect from him this time around, or if Amy will keep an eye on that. Unlimited Potential decide to go for something a little bit more standard, Ezreal being looked at by either Punished or Sketch. You mentioned this is 5.12. So Runeglaive Ezreal, a definite possibility, and Braum picked up for Heart.
And again, you have to take Braum in conjunction with Ezreal, because obviously Braum's going to be a great answer to any sort of poke composition with his his wall.
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable. It's not Alistar.
No, it's called Unbreakable.
Okay, the unbreakable wall that he puts up. So that's why you're seeing Braum and Ezreal picked up in the same rotation, because if they decided to pick up something else that may have been higher priority, although Braum's fairly strong on 5.12 with his Q changes, the enemy team would then just, hey, you got Ezreal, let's take Braum. Deny the poke.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that works out for that bottom lane.
They should have taken Corki, or Sivir, unless Corki's a flex pick for Rookie. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it definitely could be, and Rookie takes Corki in the mid.
Because Sivir works so much better with Evelynn, Hecarim, and Annie than Corki does. Now, Corki is incredibly potent because look at all that magic damage. You throw an Abyssal on that, that's also going to empower your AD carry, but Sivir is going to help Evelynn look for a proper flanking position so she can get her ultimate off, going to empower Hecarim to do more damage, and help Annie land those Tibbers.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty strong composition from IG if they were to go towards that Sivir, and a great way to deal with what looks like a poke-based composition out of Unlimited Potential. You've got Ezreal. It was Jace being hovered for a moment there, but it looks like Sketch is going to swap it over for Victor for Punished, and that's going to be Long taking what's the name of that champion? Maokai in the top lane. Holy wow.
Holy wow. Okay, so they flex the Ezreal. It will not be the Moonglaive Ezreal that will be going down to the hands of Sketch, as Punish will take the Victor mid lane. I like the pickup of Maokai, just really empowered because you have so much AoE magic damage going on the other side that your Vengeful Maelstrom is going to do so much for you.
Yeah, we'll have to see how he decides to do that in the top lane. Rookie currently looking at Kassadin in the mid lane. We'll see if he decides to lock that in.
Typically the response anytime we see a Victor or an Ezreal in the mid lane. We saw Doinb pull that one out. Godv has done this matchup many times.
Oh, yeah, decides to lock it in.
Sweet.
So that's our final team composition for these two teams.
Yep, you've got, I mean, ton of poke, a lot of hard engage, good answers to the 5v5 unlimited potential. I mean, they're both really balanced compositions on either side. I think Invictus Gaming much more about the hard engage, and then they do have nice oppressive reach into the backline with Corki's range as well as Kassadin's Rift Walk. But we'll see.
Yeah, we certainly shall as we prepare to get into this one. You can see the coaches shaking hands on your screen right now. We're going to run through the lineups. It's Long and Zatai in the top on the Maokai versus Hecarim. You know, we talked a little bit earlier about the fact that it's unlikely to see any lane swap. After seeing the actual picks from these two teams, do you think that we might in fact see one, or should we expect them to stay duos?
If anyone's going to lane swap, it would be unlimited potential because they have the Braum and the Ezreal. Ezreal's not going to do very well, although a lot of players like the Corki Ezreal matchup, and they're very familiar with it, but just lane swapping to protect Ezreal's farm lane and then unlocking Braum to roam around the map. But I don't think we'll see them lane swap. I think it's going to be a 2v2.
Well, we'll have to see as we prepare for this one. And again, this is Unlimited Potential versus Invictus Gaming. The teams are lined up on your screen right now. It's do or die time for Unlimited Potential. Let's see if they can take it in game number 1. And we have loaded onto the Rift after a brief dancing and teleportation jig. It's Unlimited Potential versus Invictus Gaming. We're Week 8, Day 3, Set 2, Game 1. 30 seconds in.
They are going for a bit of an invade, though. Both teams will be running into each other, so placing down the lane swap boards. Again, the power of Braum, level 1.
Yeah, 5-man group coming out of Unlimited Potential as they push forward. Rookie is going to drop a trinket. Oh, and it gets cleared by all 5 members of Unlimited Potential. And they're just going to look for a few wards of their own. However, here comes Kakao. Interestingly enough, Kid and Kitties are already on that top side of the map. Some pings are coming out from UP to spot them. Will they be able to see the Corki Annie duo, or will it be hidden?
I think they definitely know. Placing their deep wards, we'll see what happens if Kid and Kitties are actually going to lane swap, which again is actually really rare for Invictus.
We'll have to see if it pays off for them, as it looks like we're going to get a bit of double jungle coming out from Long as he's following around Punished in that jungle side of the map. And Amy continuing to look for some deep aggression. They might be going for a bit of a delayed invade here. Could be looking to steal the red away from Kakao.
I like the priority of putting Kakao down and trying to invade his jungle, force him to make an uncomfortable start. Sketch calling the 2v2.
Yeah, he's looking for it.
Wow, they're trying so hard to avoid this. No? Okay, Kid's going to commit.
Yeah, recall was canceled by Kid. He decides to stick
Pulling
with
the
it.
wave.
And yeah, they both managed to pull it pretty successfully. Yep, all 3 caster minions are attacking. Oh, no, last one peeled off. Kakao actually going for a red steal of his own. He's going to counter away the red steal from Unlimited Potential. So unless we see any sort of crazy shenanigans, we're probably not going to see any sort of rebuff action.
It is actually fairly important that Sketch is farming by himself up into this lane. So again, the power of level 1 Braum being unlocked to roam around as a Heart comes back to the top lane. But Sketch definitely has an EXP advantage.
Yeah, things going to be pretty good for Sketch as he gets closer to that level 2 just a bit faster than Invictus Gaming's duo. Zatai actually teleporting down to the bottom after his initial recall, gets a healthy amount of sustain. He's going to have some alone time before Long finally teleports down as well. And here's Amy after the invade. Red Trinket will spot him the moment he shows himself. How quickly can IG respond? Oh man, Kid's actually pushing with the Phosphorus Bomb. This could be bad.
Here comes Hart. Amy following.
Exhaust comes out there, going to be flashed. Will they be able to get the stun? Kitties is the main target. Is he going to get out alive? Heal keeps himself up. He's not going to waste his flash. He ends up going down. It's first blood to Amy.
It was really important that Hart flashed forward onto Kitties. It wasn't to tag with the Q, it was just to make sure that he got the initial auto attack off to start up the proc for the concussive blows to find that stun and extra magic damage.
Yeah, and that's going to be first blood, going to unlimited potential despite the trinket ward from IG to spot it out. Puts them at a bit of a deficit for this one. You can already see a CS advantage opening up for Sketch as he's putting out some great pressure with those Mystic shots, but now you're also going to have an experience advantage, a gold advantage, not to mention a roaming Rek'Sai who netted that first blood and was able to steal away the red from Cacao, so things looking a bit difficult for IG in this early game.
And likewise, it's incredibly potent to see how Amy will impact the rest of his map, taking that first blood because it didn't stay in the lane. It is important to note that Hart stepped into that brush, dropping vision, so walking into Fog of War, has now backed. Kid probably suspects that Hart is no longer in the lane, but without knowing for sure, he can't play that far forward, and it allows Hart to now roam to the bottom side of the map and place deep vision.
Yeah, he is looking for a few deep wards right now. Cacao's actually on that side, so if Hart goes a bit too far forward, he's going to spot Cacao out. Yep, sees him going for the Wolf Camp. I believe he actually just popped the Razor Sharp buff that Cacao bought as well, so already putting that to good use means that Cacao is going to have a little bit more of a difficult time finding an early gank route. But then again, he's Evelyn.
But again, very important where Hart is physically warding on the map. We talk about this all the time. Anytime there's an Eve in the game, don't waste your money on pink wards, ward the camps. She has to come out of stealth to take the creeps. If you ward the camps, you can see where she is and play appropriately to that side of the map.
Yeah, so that's going to be how Unlimited Potential are keeping track of Cacao throughout this early game. So far, things look to be relatively slow. Cacao might actually be looking for a gank in the mid lane, but Punished is pressured back a little bit. Rookie close to level 6 isn't quite going to get it in time. And yeah, I think Punish should be safe right now. He's got Cleanse, he's got Flash. He should be fine.
He needs to be careful. Typically what Victors will do is as soon as they get level 6, they'll just drop the Chaos Storm on top of their enemy mid laner when they decide that they have enough gold to go back. And just kind of use it as a wave clearing tool.
Ooh, Rookie finds some great damage onto Punished, but Punished still alive is going to back away. He will be taking the first recall of the game while those two mid laners are equal in CS. Actually, Punished doesn't have level 6 quite yet, so he's going to be a little bit behind Rookies right now. As you can see, Kid and Kitties trading it out with Hart. First recall from Sketch is going to net him a tier and a longsword. So despite the fact that it's even in CS, that early first gold helps Sketch out by getting him just a bit of damage on top of the tier.
Yeah, and really important that he made his timely back before the 6-minute mark to pick up that tier, start stacking it. Look for that to be completed around 22 minutes.
We'll have to keep an eye on Sketch, whether or not he decides to go for the Manamune first or goes for something a little bit more standard with the Trinity Force before completing it. Here comes some more harass from Kid as he's putting pressure onto Hart and Sketch. Gets tagged just a bit, but still not taking too much damage from the concussive blows of Braum. And it seems to be a relatively calm early game. Despite that early gank from Amy, we're not seeing a lot of early action from these two.
I would say since the initial itemization of picking up the longsword just due to the first blood gold, that he's going to prioritize his Trinity before completing the Manamune.
We'll have to see if he decides to commit to that. There goes the quick level 6 Chaos Storm. Rookie quickly Rift walks his way on out of it, so he doesn't take too much damage and gets to catch all of these minions on top of it too. So things still looking pretty solid for Rookie in the mid lane. He's actually just a few CS ahead of Punished because he got that early pressure out nice and quick, and even drops a pink ward to make sure that he's nice and safe. Now, red buff is being started by Cacao. Amy's actually waiting on the wings right here. He did pull it away and sees Cacao clearing out the smaller camp. Bit of an experience advantage for Amy, but he takes some punishment from Cacao. Though Cacao gets over the wall, stun finds Hart. They're getting some big damage across, and they get a kill. Kid dashes aggressively forward. True Shot Barrage is dodged, but Kitties can't make it out in time, and it looks like Hart is able to make it out. Kid dashes too far forward. He goes low. He ends up going down. It's double kill for Sketch. 3-0 for Unlimited Potential, and despite the teleport from Zatai, he's not able to save his carry.
What an incredible play from Hart right there to find the concussive blows to lock up Corki before flashing away and survived all of that. So great flash from Kid, but the overextending bot lane. I was going to say, it almost looked like a mistake for Unlimited Potential to try to time that invade with the fact that they were initially trying to time it because Kid had backed, thinking that they had enough time, but Kid gets there just in time with the Phage.
You saw how much damage he was able to do over the duration of that trade, but just not quite finding the kill that he was so desperately looking for. As you mentioned, an excellent play from Hart to keep himself alive and buy enough time for the rest of his team to collapse. That's now 2 kills onto Hart, and things are looking pretty solid for Unlimited Potential in this early game.
2 kills onto Sketch.
Yes, onto Sketch.
Which, again, is just going to ramp his power spike that much harder. So we talked about how with the longsword that he'll probably look to itemize the Phage, so completion of the Trinity before he turns onto the pickaxe. And picking up those 2 kills, he's going to get a pretty large power spike. And typically, Ezreal, you know, struggles in lane, especially against Corki. Once Corki gets level 4 and gets level 6, he gets a huge power spike because he gets the 2 points into his phosphorus bomb and then has his rockets available to him. So, not a good place for Kid and Kitties to be.
Yeah, certainly not the case for that, and they did try to opt into the lane swap, though Unlimited Potential met it. So we've got to start asking, Unlimited Potential, they haven't been doing that much with this early game. We haven't seen Cacao go for any sort of crazy ganks.
No, oh, Invictus.
Yes, yes.
Because I was going to say, UP have had a great early game plan, which is to put Cacao down.
Yep.
Here we go, back in the game.
Teleport from long.
I was going to say, there's a tree in that top lane.
So how do IG get themselves back into this? As it looks like Unlimited Potential have complete momentum. They're going to try stealing away this red buff again. Cacao immediately turns onto Amy, is forced to flash away. Zatai picks up the kill with Rookie. That desperately needed kill onto Kassadin punished as low. Is Rookie going to provide chase? No, he decides not to and lets him get away. It's a 1-for-2 trade so far. Now a 3-for-1 trade for Unlimited Potential over the extended engage. Long dashes aggressively forward. Kitties is low. Cacao manages to get the kill with Kid. It's complete chaos, and Unlimited Potential suddenly seem like they might have overextended a bit. Zatai, lets him get out of there. All in all, that's a 4-for-3 trade in favor of Unlimited Potential.
Yeah, it was looking pretty wonky back and forth right there, but the big turning factor was Punished and Rookie's performance in the course of that fight. Again, fighting as Victor in kind of these tight corridors allows the gravitational fields and the laser to just do that much more. In the end, though, no one really trades any sort of objective, so just the kill gold.
Yeah, with that kill gold, it's about 1,000 in favor of Unlimited Potential. More importantly, though, look at where the gold has landed on all of these people. 2-0-3 on Sketch. His first back nets him a Sheen plus the components for a Phage. You've got Rookie, who's 1-1-1 with the components for his Rod of Ages. It looks like both of these teams are set to scale into the mid-game rather convincingly.
And we do see that both duo lanes are meeting up onto the bottom side of the map again because the teleports were expended in that last couple engagements. But hold on, Hart caught up.
He's taking some big damage from Cacao. He doesn't have his flash, but he's just going to hop over the wall. Great communication for Unlimited Potential.
Moving both, as I was saying, moving both bot lanes down because they want the dragon control since the teleport isn't there. Hart just frankly out of position, but IG not able to commit on it and just showing the power of Braum, how tanky he is and how safe he can be with his stand behind me over that wall. Yeah,
rocking the Moby boots and a Ruby Crystal as he looks to get some early Sightstone for additional vision. I thought we desynced right there, but in fact it was just waiting for the CS to get low enough. We're 10 minutes into the game. It's a 1,700 gold lead for Unlimited Potential with only 2 kills in their favor. A lot of this is coming from the gold lead that we're seeing from Sketch. He has been relentless.
And if you're going to look at a team that's going to cause an upset as far as the playoff standings are concerned, Unlimited Potential are the closest team and set up in prime position to knock out both Vici or Invictus Gaming. So this game is actually, this set is actually very important as we come to a close on the playoff run.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on their progress as the weeks continue. Again, there are only 3 weeks left of the LPL after this week. We're on 8 out of 11.
It's got the Warrior enchant.
Yeah, Cacao did go for the Warrior. Oh, we were thinking about Amy. Looks like Amy actually opted for the Cinderhulk as well. He also is way up in CS over Cacao.
Well, it just goes back to the fact that Unlimited Potential's plan for this match has been to put Cacao down, to continually invade him.
seems to have been working some pretty solid wonders for Unlimited Potential. There goes the dive on the long as here comes Kakao too. Will they be able to commit to this one? Long with 220 health makes it alive, but unless Rookie has something to say about it, he just gets distracted by Amy. Great save, and again, Unlimited Potential are communicating these plays so cleanly.
Good cover from Amy. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, though, that means that Punish will get some free hits onto the mid-tier tower, as well as continue to even out his CS to Kassadin. And pretty much the only CS discrepancy that we have between everyone is going to be in that jungle position, 52 to 39, but more importantly, that 80 carry slot, 98 to 68. Invictus Gaming's bot lane starting to struggle.
Yeah, we're already seeing that gold lead go from 1,000 to a quick 2 as there's action in the mid. Chaos Storm plus Amy are going to find a kill onto Kakao. Rookie turns onto Punish. He brings him low, is able to get a revenge kill. Kitties joins up now, and Amy, despite getting the double knockup, he's saved now by Heart. Rookie goes low. Exhaust locks him down. Kid has joined the battle. They are going to lose Kakao, but this means they might be able to get Rookie out of there alive. Kid will lose his life to Sketch. No Heart. Kill secure just to make sure that they netted it. End up takes it.
Participating in 7 kills out of 8. Again, you unlock the captain, you unlock the shot caller, you unlock Heart, and things start going Unlimited Potential's way. The hero Braum showing up on the back half of that fight. Don't worry, guys, I got this.
Yeah, Heart netting 2-0-5 right now. Sketch 3-0-4. Rookie is healing as fast as he can, but he just doesn't have enough wave clear for this. Here's Kakao finally showing himself. Heart takes some damage, has to back away, especially now that Kitties is showing himself, and they will be able to keep this tier 1 standing for now, but it only seems like a matter of time. This is Unlimited Potential with an enormous gold lead. 3,000 gold, 13 minutes in.
I'm just really excited to see UP ramp the game as quickly as possible in all of these skirmishes and team fights. We talked about, you know, where are UP strong? It's in their ability to team fight. And normally, you know, they kind of struggle in the early game. Their mid game falls apart because they maybe lose control of Amy's over-aggression, but they can bring it back in a late game with a true 5v5. The fact that they're introducing kind of these 4v4s, 5v5 so early and starting to run away with it, it's awesome.
Yeah, we'll definitely see if they will turn that into a win, because that has been a pretty tricky issue for them in the past. And now we're 14 minutes in. As you mentioned, both of those duos on the bottom side, an enormous creep score lead for Sketch. He did finish off that Trinity Force with this past recall, and poor Kid, he's level 7 to the level 9 of Sketch. Now that Amy's showing himself on this bottom side as well, you could definitely see that Unlimited Potential are continuing to keep the pressure onto Kid, continuing to keep the pressure onto Kakao. They clear out the Scuttle Crab. Heart's got to be careful, though.
Kakao's just trying to observe, see if he can maybe pick someone off.
Uh-oh, Heart might be caught here. Now pulls the trigger, brings him low. Here comes a teleport. This is turning into a scary fight. Unlimited Potential can't turn it around in time. They've lost Heart. Amy tunnels a little bit too far forward. He's going to end up going low. Sketch actually gets dropped. The shutdown gold goes over to Kid, and IG are in prime position to take this dragon.
Meanwhile, in the top lane, though.
Yeah, Long trading it out with Zatai, but they're just going to spin their wet noodles at each other until the other one goes away.
That was entirely engineered and orchestrated by this guy right here, Kakao. Fantastic patience. And he's done this twice now, where he'll just stand perfectly still to make sure to try to sneak by Rek'Sai, wait for his team to collapse, and make these picks happen.
Yeah, netting that kill, he's actually going to buy time for UP to take that mid-tier 1 turret. That's the first one of the game going to Punished, who suffered pretty heavily during the early laning phase, but now that he's gotten some help out of Amy, some assistance from the rest of his team, seems to have closed that difference up and is now able to take that first turret. Though IG were in position to take the dragon, they decided not to pull the trigger. So now we're 15.5 minutes in, and Unlimited Potential are 4,000 gold ahead. Though to be fair, 2,000 of it is still standing on the map for IG in the form of untaken turrets.
And they're winning team fights and skirmishes that they really shouldn't be. That last one in particular, because you had such a huge power spike on Ezreal having that Trinity Force available. So again, just kind of speaking to this this ramping of Invictus Gaming's team fighting and their most recent results against EDG.
Yeah, some amazing play out of Unlimited Potential as they look to squeak on into the playoffs with what they can only hope will be a 2-0. We're going to have to see if it starts off with a 1-0 as Amy shows up with Heart and Sketch to take down that last tier 1 turret. Kao's actually waiting for his own blue buff to spawn, but with unlimited potential on that side of the map, that means that they could be a little bit too aggressive. Dragon now a definite possibility for unlimited potential. They get onto it and they start chunking through the Dragon's health.
They do have good positioning, and it looks like Invictus Gaming are just going to let this one go because Kakao nowhere near to contest.
They do decide to let that first Dragon go.
Makes perfect sense. Victor already has his upgraded Hex Core. You have the Trinity Force completed for both AD carries, but Rookie, his Kassadin's still waiting on time to ramp up and scale, so there's no reason to throw a snowball that's already started to create from unlimited potential by contesting a Dragon that, as far as items are concerned, you just don't have the advantage.
Seems like IG are content to let that one slide. Question is, where do they go from here? They're down a pretty healthy amount of gold. They're losing in the AD carry lane. You can see it's about a 60 CS lead. They're losing in the jungle as Amy's been all over the map. Really, the only place that's even is Rookie and Zatai, who are keeping pace with Long and Punished.
Sorry, I was looking at Zatai, what he was doing around the map as far as his itemization. Doesn't have his home guard completed for him yet, but has the challenging smite available. And typically with Zatai and how he fits into the Invictus Gaming composition is he likes to draw as many resources top. He's not the best team fighter. He can do it, but I find that Invictus Gaming find more success when it's Zatai pulls teams top and then the rest of Invictus kind of collapses on them from behind versus playing a more like Koro-esque flanking style.
We haven't seen too much action out of Zatai outside of that early team fight on the top side of the map. Perhaps he might be able to pull some attention this time around as he's continuing to farm it up. Hart actually goes aggressive onto Rookie, but misses the concussive blows,
It's
so
like
Rookie dodges it.
the Fizz fish move when you Q towards someone and you throw the ultimate while you're in mid-Q to pretty much guarantee that you'll land the ult. He's using the Braum jump to throw the Q mid-animation. Still missed it, but that was cute.
Clever, but not quite solid enough to secure the damage, as Scuttle Crab now being secured by Sketch, and Zatai doing the same on the other side of the map. Interestingly enough, Cow's on the bottom side.
He needs to power farm. And he still has great assassination potential if he catches Sketch here.
He's looking for the assassination. Here comes Kid as well. He was clearing, but now they see that Hart is down there as well. Will they continue to commit to this knowing that it's 2 versus 2? They decide not to. Well, maybe.
They're checking for information because they still don't know, where Victor is or where Rek'Sai is.
Yeah, recall has been completed for Hart. He's back at base. Sketch now on his own deep in enemy territory. Kakao knows this. He's continuing to wait, but just cannot pull the trigger. There goes the clairvoyance. He will spot Annie on that side over there, so he knows that both Kid and Kitties are over here. But Kakao, he just spent a lot of time on that bottom side. He's not farming. He's not ganking. Finally, he just decides to complete a recall and pick up a health pot.
We talked about how efficient Kakao is with gathering information, but it just goes back again to the very early game that Unlimited Potential set up to invade Kakao, to put him down, to focus and target him. Kakao, he's not able to get any of these deep wards. Look at the vision difference, how defensively Invictus have to place their wards versus the complete absolute control that Unlimited Potential have very deep all along the river as well into Kakao's jungle. They've just slowed him down.
It's certainly buying some time for Unlimited Potential, but got to get a little concerned for their composition as it ramps pretty solidly into the mid game. Not so sure about the late. Amy actually looking to steal away the blue buff from IG here, though the rest of IG are in position to contest him for it. Here comes Hart.
Zatai's looking for a teleport from behind.
Yeah, he is indeed. Don't know if he has the home guard stun. Finds Hart. There's the home guard sketch. Is he going to make it out of there? He does make it over the wall. Rookie provides chase. Hart goes low and ends up going down. Finally, he's going to be dropped, but Rookie trades his life back over. Does Punish have the damage to burn through 4 members? Long joins the fight long after his allies have died, but Kid is going to shred through his health so quickly. Amy's kiting it out so well. There's just not enough damage out of these two. Here comes Punished. He's forced to run away from Zatai, and Long going 1v4 along with Amy. Finally turns it around, picks up the kill onto Kid. Kitties has gone low. Is he going to be able to make it out of this one? Long continues to provide chase. There's the snare and knock up. A double kill for Long. Punished continues to be chasing around with Zatai. Knockup keeps him alive. He's still running for his life. Is he going to keep it standing? The auto attack is enough, and Amy nets the kill.
And where are Unlimited Potential strong? They're strong in team fights. I will say that there was a massive error that Long was completely out of position for the majority of the fight. We're going to have the replay. So this all starts out with with a beautiful teleport. You can see it on the ward right outside the Dragon Pit. Here comes Zatai. Punish does this awesome thing where he drops his gravitational field into the choke point to kind of disrupt Kakao to make sure that he can't follow up initially on Zatai's damage. But the big issue, though, is that Long is not here. He's walking through the jungle. He's not able to absorb all this AoE damage, and this just looks like disaster initially for Unlimited Potential. Punish, nice flash over the side. Long finally gets back involved, and it's really just this massive tree. All of the mana, all of the cooldowns, all of the resources of IG have already been spent trying to burst through UP, that this Jugger tree just gets to start slapping people.
Yeah, amazing play out of Long to turn that around, and what was almost certainly a losing fight ends up becoming huge. You can see how happy he is on the screen. Finally picking that up, and that puts Unlimited Potential, again, squarely in the lead. They're 5,000 gold ahead, and they've been slow to take big objectives outside of those tier 1s, but this could be an opportunity for them to do so, as they now have complete control over the Dragon, which is up in 15 seconds.
Big things to note is that a lot of ultimates are now back up in return. Braum just about to come off cooldown, but you do have the Chaos Storm as well as the True Shot Barrage. I got it. Up and available.
In fact, it's IG who managed to get the superior positioning on this Dragon as it spawns. They're going to burn through its health. No teleport from Long.
I believe in the snipe.
It would be a 4v5 Heart. Is he going to go over the wall? Nope, doesn't. Oh my gosh, he did steal it.
What did I say?
Stole it. That's the second Dragon now for Unlimited Potential. Oh, Kakao didn't smite. Ooh, that hurts.
Didn't have the vision control. This has been the problem for IG this entire game, is they don't have the offensive vision inside Unlimited Potential's jungle. They didn't see that Ezreal was standing in the tri-brush there, found the easy snipe onto the Dragon Pit. And again, UP understood, okay, we're not going to fight for this Dragon. The best case scenario, the best play that we have available to us is just to look for the steal. Ezreal's set up in position. We can continue to farm and reset our waves.
With that Dragon number 2 secured, IG no longer have anywhere near as much momentum they might possibly have by finally being able to take that first Dragon buff, but now all the pressure is placed from Unlimited Potential. They've got 4 members on that bottom side, Kid and Kitties, looking to go aggressive, but the wards from IG will spot out Amy and Punished. Rookie,
for once.
Yeah, finally, for the first time. Here's a replay of the steal. Man, this is so close.
And it's just the fact that they don't have vision right there. So Sketch is going to go ahead, step up through the tri-brush. No, it's not warding. He tags it with a Mystic Shot.
Oof. 799 health, it goes down.
I want that cracker.
It depends. Are you going to stick it in the oven and bake it?
No, we're done with
for
this.
15 minutes?
It's a biscuit. Even in League of
boy.
Legends, the biscuit is an actual cookie.
I like to imagine otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
24 and a half minutes in. And Unlimited Potential have got complete control over this one. Deep wards all over the map, starting to fight the vision of IG, and now this minion wave actually crashes against the tier 2. IG are there in time to respond appropriately, but Unlimited Potential roam up to the top side, might be looking for some damage onto Zatai. They dive under the turret. He's really tanky, but still is able to get out quite fine. While Sketch continues to farm it up in the mid, though it looks like IG turned now onto Long. He is similarly tanky. The stun finds Zatai. It seems like IG just cannot find the Kakao leading the charge. Long goes low. He turns it around. There's the True Shot Barrage. The moment Sketch joins the fight, it's a quick 2 kills for Unlimited Potential. They continue to provide chase. That's now Kitties, who's also gone down. 3 kills for UP.
They did negative damage to that Maokai. He finally falls in the end, but think of how many autos, how many resources, how much damage was just pumped out into his back. Surviving long enough that Sketch was able to get from mid lane up into the top side to participate in that fight now, looking at the Baron with Kakao dead.
Yeah, they don't quite have enough damage to burn through it, though. Unfortunately, it's more of a burst damage than sustained damage, and you can see that with Rookie and Kid waiting in the wings. They don't want to take any chances that it might get stolen and decide to back away instead, but here's a breakdown of that fight.
Look at how long he survives. This team fight is already going, and he's just, you know, barely half health. Continuing, Rockets, Kassadin. But here comes Sketch, here comes the laser, again using the choke point, setting up Victor's Venn diagram of CC and just murder.
Huge damage, and then continuing to provide chase to net kill after kill. It's now 15-10 in favor of Unlimited Potential. They're 7,000 gold ahead. It's a pretty whopping amount of gold. Sketch even makes it down to the bottom to defend his tier 1 Not a single turret has fallen for IG.
I don't know if he's going to be able to defend it, though. Oh, he pulled it to the side and let his minion wave. No? Okay. I was going to say.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, so the turret does go down. Decides to hang on to his true shot barrage. And just continues to farm it up on the bottom side. He's now 60 creeps ahead of Kid. Amy and Hart look to steal away the blue buff right here.
You've got CS discrepancies pretty much across the board for UP. Even in the jungle, Cacao, who again is normally very efficient. Teleport coming in.
Being used by Long. The blue buff is
secured by Rookie.
Yeah, Rookie did manage to get it, though. It looks like unlimited potential. Commit to the dive. Kitties is the target. He goes low, and he goes down. Amy gets the kill. Sketch turns now onto Cacao. Takes an Agony's Embrace. Here's the tie from the back. He turns on to Sketch. Fear tries to lock him down. Cleanse keeps him alive. Rookie diving, but he cannot make it to Sketch in the back. So much peel to keep Sketch alive. He is the carry that his team needs. Rookie drops. Cacao drops. Kid is going to, manage to survive just barely by dodging the skill shot. And unlimited potential, another 3 kills.
They just cannot get through the control of Maokai and Victor to get onto Sketch safely. Rookie doesn't have the itemization or the power to burst Ezreal immediately at this point. And with that second tier tower as well as the team fight going down, not only are they going to grab the timer on this blue buff, but they're in perfect position to look for this dragon in the next minute.
Yeah, Dragon coming in a minute. That's number 3 for unlimited potential. They're now up 10,000 gold. Some pretty big items starting to be built up across the board. Long, super tanky. Same thing with Amy. Those guys are not going to go down. Punished, on the other hand, going for the Void Staff. He wants to shred through IG's health, and he has got just the build to do it, while Sketch going for something similar, now picking up a BF sword after his core 2 items.
Amy's taking after my new build in solo queue. The classic Cinder Hulk into the casual Warmogs.
The Never Die build. To be fair, Amy's been all over the map. He's involved on 15 out of his team's 18 kills. This guy has been huge for unlimited potential. Hart looks like he might be trying to find Punished here. Rookie, but yeah, Void Rush used by Amy to get in there, and Rookie just Rift walks away.
Dragon spawning in 6 seconds, so everyone has made their backs, picked up their wards, upgraded their sweepers, and are now trying to move into the pit area to take complete control and clean out this vision. And this has been the story of Invictus this entire game, is their lack of vision control, just getting bullied around the map.
Yeah, Dragon now being started by unlimited potential. Seems like IG are waiting in the wings to try to swoop in and go for a steal. Zatai has smite, but he's going to have to run through the gravity field. Decides he doesn't want to go for a trot in that hyperbaric time chamber, and decides to let the Dragon go.
And now immediately, with no more need to be on the bottom side of the map, unlimited potential will now pick up their vision, move it towards the top side. They're looking for that second tier tower, either in the mid or the top lane. If they find a pick here, it'll immediately mean Baron.
Long finds a tie. Looks like they're on the hunt for that pick. Instead, it's going to be the mid tier 2. Cacao uses the Agony's Embrace. The turret is low. Someone needs to finish it off, but IG decide to commit to the fight. Hart is going to be the first one who goes down, but Sketch and Punished are untouched. Those are the tanks and the supports who are attacking IG. You need to turn it around. Long gets onto the back line, and IG do so much damage. They clean up an ace, losing a single member of their team.
And you already said it, Sketch was in the back line, completely untouched. They focused onto the front line and just let this Ezreal rip through them. 8, 2, and 11 right now. And IG, they could not make a mistake there. If they died on that tower, it would surely mean the inhibitor.
Yeah, and that is indeed the inhibitor going down. Unlimited potential in complete control. 13,000 gold ahead. They've only lost a single turret this game. And let's actually watch a replay of this fight.
So the big thing of the fact is that the fight is actually split up. So Invictus Gaming are going to look for the hard engage. Rookie will get into the back line, but then immediately follows up with an hourglass. You see Punish and Sketch are kiting off to the side, and so all of Invictus funnels into effectively the tankiest members of UP's lineup, just allowing Punish and Sketch to sit in the back and continue throwing out the poke through the lasers and the mystic shots.
Yeah, I love the combination of Sketch and Long, and then Amy peeling for Punish. It's the 2v2, okay, I'll cover him and you cover him.
Yep.
It's like something you would
Two
expect in CSGO.
frontline tanks.
Yeah, and then not to mention, you've also got Hart peeling whenever he's alive. He's now completed the Locket of the Iron Solari, and even has the Iron Elixir on top of it. This guy is going to be blocking skill shots.
Exactly, that much bigger.
Yeah. Oh.
They're looking to get over the wall, I think.
Yeah, but
and
they
then,
couldn't quite find it. Oh, gravity field goes down. They managed to find Kitties. They had vision that Unlimited Potential were there. I have no idea why IG were pressuring that far forward. With Kitties dead, Unlimited Potential are beelining for the pit.
Cacao is alive. We've already seen one snipe today of Sketch taking the dragon away.
Yeah, it's going to be really tricky for Cacao to make it over the wall. Hart waiting just to try dissuading people. He stands aside into the pit, and it looks like IG don't want to take any chances. Baron secured Unlimited Potential.
Yeah, they go ahead and back away. Not even Zatai trying to use the onslaught of shadows to get into that pit and possibly look for a smite steal. The gravitational field was just the icing on the cake, placing that behind the pit to just dissuade them any further from approaching.
It's now 15,000 gold in favor of Unlimited Potential. They've still got the mid-tier 1 at full health. They've got the top tier 1. Everything is going Unlimited Potential's way this game. Sketch is playing out of his mind, and Unlimited Potential, it just seems like they've out-team comped IG.
They've also really out-team fought them, and they just had a better plan from the beginning. We talked about how UP, they tend to fumble in the mid-game, but finding that fantastic dragon fight repeatedly, it's refreshing.
It certainly is to see Unlimited Potential playing up to a very high skill cap. This is a team that's 9th place in the standings right now. They are currently not in the standings for playoffs, but with play like this, they're certainly making a case for themselves. You've got to start wondering, what can IG do to deal with this sort of play from Unlimited Potential? How can they prepare for this in the next game?
Well, Cacao needs to not counter-pick himself, and I think that he needs to be on a... the fact that you took Evelyn into Rek'Sai and then likewise... Hold on, though.
Bit of action as they're looking for the inhibitor. Oops, Sketch actually jumps aggressively forward. The inhibitor turret falls. The inhibitor itself similarly falls. Damage finds Sketch, but he's still completely fine with that bit of poke. Unlimited Potential could be looking to end the game right now, or they could try to take out that last inhibitor and completely open up the map. Just
continuing to apply Baron in all 3 lanes, but Cacao taking Evelyn, who is very susceptible to invades, has the potential to carry, and then having Kassadin as your mid laner, who pretty much forfeits any sort of early game pressure that you can apply in the enemy jungle because he needs time to ramp. Pretty much before level 6, he's going to be pretty worthless in terms of kill potential.
Oh, Kitty's going for the flash stun, tries to destroy Sketch, but gets destroyed himself. The 3rd inhibitor turret goes down. Zatai with the flank, turns on the long again. That's the tank. Rookie dives on the Sketch, but he just doesn't have enough damage. He's going to end up going down here. So much peel keeps Sketch alive. That's 2 members of IG dead and Unlimited Potential. Whoa, Zatai gets a little bit too aggressive. Long goes forward. There's the surrender vote. Unlimited Potential take game number 1 over IG.
From level 1, their initial plan, invade Cacao, put him down. They were able to do that because Rookie took Kassadin, fairly weak mid laner in the early game versus the Victor. They were able to get the push forward on and open up Amy to make crazy plays around the map in tandem with Hart.
Yeah, exceptional play out of Unlimited Potential. These guys were all over the map. Great communication, great team play, and you saw it from the very beginning. From pretty much the go of the game. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, and I mean, not to make any more corny jokes about their name, Unlimited Potential, but they've split with some of the best teams in the league. If you think back to their, they were the first team to begin to unseat EDG when they went through their slump. So